Oh, they broke her. How about you, Goku? Do you drink? Should we stay sober or should we booze it up? What do we go with? I don't know what to go with. Guys, help me out here. I feel like an adventure story would be best. Because action's gonna incur I don't want to do... Imagine me streaming, yes, Hass. Imagine me streaming for a while. How's it going? Yeah, I'm thinking adventure because action's gonna spawn trapper. I don't want that. I think romance would work out well, but I'm not sure. But we'll go with adventure. Alright. You like Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies, right? How about some adventure? Oh, Get Lost. It's not my favourite, but I respect your choice and not appropriately. You don't have to say that Wraith. Just nod politely. Okay, ready? Here it goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby, great foundation for a story for sure. You pause, everyone is waiting with bated breath. No pun intended. Yes, that's all. No, you were kidding. Oh wait, that's it? Not much of a story, barely even a pun though. Barely even a thought though. My pun was better than your story. You should sure that all you have in your story. Nope, you were kidding. Nope, I was just kidding. So what type of story do you want to tell? Personal. Personal, yeah, that's okay. Most sad. And it's a bit of a love story. It's about to get two strong hunters who meet each other for the first time, bludgeon the Wolverine. Aww. Or is it about a deranged killer who makes the only women who ever believe in him witness a display of shocking violence? Not quite. It's about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting, she was dragged there by some of her friends. Oh. Bye, trickster then. They couldn't even be more different, and yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, he took an interest in her major, women's studies, and they were married within 2 months. A bit soon to know if you can trust someone, don't you think? I mean, it's been a day, and you're already Googling over me, all 4 of you, a gaga over me. So 2 months isn't realistic? Mm-hmm. Oh. It's so sweet. Exactly, I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, you know. Some people just don't need years to get acquainted with someone. Love could spark just from looking at across a campfire. Now you've got their attention. Each killer is furiously attempting to catch your eye from across the fire pit. It's quite alarming, actually, except for Trickster, who has his headphones in and is loudly playing his own music to drown you out. Wow, Trickster, get lost. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but the narrator keeps it real. We can't just end it there. Who else would you like? Who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look at the killers, trying to decide who might actually be the most entertaining. Of course, I'm gonna ask Spirit. I suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to though. But anything, But anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else in this group. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't actually do anything about it. Wow, stealing a story. How are you doing, Tass, anyway? You doing well? It's called the bride. Technically, it's supposed to be the fiancé. Anyone else got their hatch yet? I'm still alive. I haven't been, killed. Spirit's been on a date with us after day 2, and we're doing pretty well. You know what I mean? We're doing pretty well. I haven't died. That's the main thing. After being on an island with 5 killers, I found out Claudette and Dwight are immortal. But yeah, here we go. Let's start this. One winter, a young couple decided that that next spring they would be married. They were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join in maternity and unite their souls for eternity. Per the last bridal trend, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful shabby chic farmhouse. Together, they spent months planning the details of the wedding. The two created invites, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. Now that's definitely greedy. They tasted 100 cakes, and that is definitely rigged. I've just seen. I won. They chose Ilikoi, by the way. So fancy. Ilikoi? We're going with Ilikoi. When it came time to figure out the decorations, how the bride, the fiancée, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend has been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. I mean, yeah, open-toe sandals without socks? What the hell is he thinking? He has definitely got no fashion sense. Having decided on a lovely natured setting for a ceremony, the fiancée decided that she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wild flowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the day of the spring, she set off into the woods. Each day she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found and preparing to pick them herself the morning of the wedding so that they'd be at the height of the freshness and beauty. I can't even say that word. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods, she surveyed the the fiancé, since they had not yet been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were. So that she could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancé took her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in a beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Okay, why would you gather flowers in a white dress? Because you're going to get it muddy. Even I came up with that logic. Sorry, I broke the story here. She gathered she set off into the woods to gather the flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting the best stems and collecting them in a basket. However, she came upon a once familiar clearing. Something was not as she expected. Somehow it was more beautiful than it had ever been before. Just on the edge of her view, she found new bushes filled and blossomed, so vibrant in colour she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed on ahead, scooping up the flowers after flower after flower. And every time she did, she noticed just further ahead, imposing more beautiful blue blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of the spring air, the bride, fiancé, crept further and further into the woods until she turned the corner, stepping over a mossy tree and realised she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems into the festering, mouldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scent of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odour of a milder mort had now made her sick. She turned around and looked back, but the path was dark. Into the shadowy glen she walked and walked and walked. That day, as guests gathered to the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched pastures, the tree lines, into the forests, but there were no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead ones, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. The fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, and wandered looking for fresh blooms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by the never-ending search of perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are. Out there, all alone. I thought it was beautiful and sad. Just like someone we know. How was that story time? Why do you have to ruin it? A lot of people like the taste pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end of the sequel, it's almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of episodic style storytelling. Knowing it's a serial killer takes a lot of pressure off of any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Goku, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We just need to make sure that we seamlessly move on to our next segment of the evening. Wow, you asked me a question and you don't ask me to follow through with it. That is rude. God forbid my small talk getting in the way of a romantic twilight moment. Dwight, I'm going to need you to shut your trap. You know that we need to get back to it. That thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay, you have your fun and try not to wink end up dead. Will you stop saying wink? Why did you say the words wink? I'm just saying it out loud. What kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking since the accident, and you do know that all these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's Spirit's in the triples. Except for Spirit, she really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim and not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. I know. Did you hear that? Did I hear somebody trash talk Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we talk about this in the hot tub so we can soak our bodies while roasting the ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough talk of burns. It's things like that are lit or getting blaze. It's enough to make enough of these activities have made me set activities have to be set a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by victim flames as well? What if we turn and run away from this place, as we could, just you and me? On those spiny legs, you'd probably find you're probably tired before too long. if you're running away with someplace more secluded Goku is after, you should join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. That is a tempting offer, Huntress. You know, you could crush me with those legs. I'm just saying. But I'm not interested. Don't know my walking speed really affects my giant stature, but that's because I chose to move slowly and for stealthful reasons. It's my own choice and it's completely logical. Why is everyone obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over that. Don't you get it? Social society wants you to try and to trick you into fighting with each other, so that the corporations can swoop in and sell fake solutions to all of your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade, drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novel printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to unappealing, as she's trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does she really turn anyone else on, or is it just me? Does it really turn anyone else on, or is it just me? Wow, Trapper. I'm going to answer your questions in this game mode, me, but stay away from my spirit. Okay? Watching you. Yeah, I'm just wondering. Despite Trapper's insulted appetite, it seems he has his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If I could, I don't know. Maz, we don't need to scare. If I could, I don't know, just pick one of us. Maybe we could all move on with our lives and, you know, someone special, some special project we might have going on. Okay? You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off with for evening activities? I'm just saying, you might not get a ton of chances to date anyone like this before your time on Murder Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with the name either. It just stems, it's just this steaming reality TV dating show boom happens. It's pretty much all as it was taken. So which killer are you picking? And yes, we're going to exclude Trickster because that guy. I agree, that guy to Trapper as well. We're going with Spirit. Of course we're going with Spirit. Ree never gets me. No, not at the moment it doesn't. Oh, you picked me? Yay! Sorry, that was rude of me, despite I despise phoniest, so I should be honest with you. You make for an interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these other killers at all costs, even when I hate the games and the prize. But I had a long day. Oh, she had a long day, so she definitely didn't enjoy the time with me. Floating subverting expectations, grinning from my floating subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagine sweet revenge. It takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your game, alright? It might seem like I hate everything, but getting to really know you and who I am is an impossible task. Not worth trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. She's making it sound like it's impossible to get to her. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess. You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers surrounded by bottles of bottles of assorted booze. Who's ready to get wasted? We're in the right place. Well, I don't drink, so not me. You really don't drink ever? Like, is that like because you've fallen out of a hole in your stomach thing? Or I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison of the body and the mind, and I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time. A good thing. Well, then why did you even choose mixology lessons as your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this is a date, is an excuse to get loaded on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true, not a single person on this has ever learned anything at one of these things. Dwight, now that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in a stem only using your tongue. That makes it sound suspicious between you two. If you can tie a cherry knot, a cherry knot with a stem, I don't want to know what you two have been doing alone. You can say that you were stabbing each other and trying to find how to stop your resurrection, but that doesn't make it sound any more innocent. Whoa, whoa! Who wanted the soda with a splash of my private business? Because of that's off the menu. Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Mixology is a real thing. It doesn't, and it's not. It doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you know that I worked at a restaurant before I was violently executed. Yeah, tying knots with a tongue. Yeah, that's what I read. Did I say it wrong? I probably said it wrong. Did I say it wrong? By your father, on whom you have a blood vengeance right? Well, so be it. Oh, they broke her. How about you, Goku? Do you drink? Should we stay sober or should we booze it up? Well, I want to remember the good times with Spirit, so I'm going to stay sober. I've got the impression that tonight will be a night I want to remember perfectly, so I'm going to pass on the alcoholic drinks. Whee! Here. I don't know how you tie a knot with your tongue. You use the cherry stem. That's what you use your tongue for. That's what you say. Alcohol is a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. But alcohol. Right. You watch Spirit pick up a plum cherry and roughly stab it with a little plastic sword through it. Cherry juice splats everywhere, and its a little fruity guts flops into Spirit's lap. Oopsie. One of the upsides of wearing black is his hardest to show stains. I need to know what those dots do. No takes backsies. So, lovebirds, what drink shall we make? Fancy beer, zombie, Bloody Mary, dark and stormy. I'm gonna go with dark and stormy. How about a dark and stormy drink for my dark and stormy date? Ah, that one is cute. Bingo! I'm getting way too happy about choosing the right option there. That one is cute. Please allow us to demonstrate how to make a dark and stormy drink. First, rum, on your case, rum extract, and a bit of apple juice is poured over ice. Then a fresh ginger is added to the beer in, garnished with a lime wheel, and drink. The end. Do you think you're up for the challenge of replicating this recipe? Replicating rum substitute, ginger over beer up ice. Don't forget the lime wheel. Rum substitute, ginger beer over ice with a lime wheel. I'm not sure. I'm sure I appreciate your tone, but yes, you got it. You're a natural, a sassy natural, and you and Dwight might have more in common than. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare say I'm anything like Dwight, because you know what I am? I'm on a date with Spirit. I don't see Dwight ever getting that. Spirit seems to be in a lovely mood as she sips a drink, dark and stormy. Sips her dark and stormy. She's even rolling their eyes at you at your petty behaviour. Aww. On cue, a literal dark and stormy begins to make its way to the front of the ocean. You taste your own dark and stormy as you watch the clouds approach, quite freshening. Aww. Isn't this fun? Of course it is, I'm with you. Honestly, this is the most drama-free fun I've had since I've got here. And since you picked a simple but delicious drink, we've got plenty of time left to relax. Oh, damn! There's a thumbnail for later. Want to make out a little? You breathe in a sip of your drink and immediately begin coughing before you can get a yes out. Lightning strikes the palm trees on the beach and immediately sets fire. The activity ends abruptly as Claudette and Dwight usher you two away from the bar. The f did I just miss out on? I missed out on that opportunity right there because of a lightning strike. The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday when you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That was 2 days ago. That's because it was. Oh no, it's the evening. I'm telling even a lie. That was yesterday. It was. Oh yeah, it feels like it's been literally a lot longer than that. So it's so late that the sun already begins to rise. Better get this over with quickly, so I mean you can get your beauty rest. I do not recommend an eternity damnation of perpetual narrator dom. I do not recommend an eternity damnation of perpetual narrator dom. And good thing you really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang. The brain, the mongrel, the basket case, the psycho bunny girl. You know the 4 types of people here. The Moogle, even. The brain, the Moogle, the basket case, and the psycho bunny girl. You get to know all 4 types of people. Anyways, everyone is gathered for a volleyball court for a new type of game. Pick your dream date and see who Goku chooses. Who's ready for a round? Ready for round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. Wait, what? They planned a dream date with me tomorrow and I didn't even get to choose? In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? I think you deserve it, even in a case is subtle dig. Even if this case is a subtle dig. Stop talking. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not only in a polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also a large meta-narrative of Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you gotta just say it. Why, yes, thank you, I'd love to. So Goku, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final one, and pick me and be punished and rewarded. He has daddy issues. He wants someone with daddy issues. I'm not interested. Tomorrow was sick, so probably I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that, but I can tell you much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that makes fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if you're a maggot, also everyone's, even confident sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Great Huntress, why don't you take it from here?
What will Huntress's dream date with Sam be? Will it pull him away from Spirit once he hears it? And no matter which girl he picks, will he be blue-balled again? Find out next time on Goku 726 Gaming.